All right, welcome to the Open Forum podcast. This is the podcast where different ideas come together, or say different ideas converge. So, in our episode today, we'll be talking about nutrition and balanced diet. So, as I've already promised in our previous episode, the episode where we were talking about agriculture systems in Malawi, we also touched the aspect of nutrition. So I promised that I'll bring an expert so that she or he can elaborate on that one. So today, um, I'm interviewing Madam Patricia Banda. Uh, she's an expert on nutrition. So let me give you a chance to introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. So my name is Patricia Banda, a nutritionist from Malawi College of Health Sciences.
All right. So before we go any further, so I want you to tell us what exactly does balanced diet mean, and also I want you to break down its components for us.
Okay, in my understanding, I can say that balanced diet is just a diet that contain or provide the necessary nutrients or vitamins in the right proportion in our body to maintain optimal healthy well-being and growth. Yeah, that's balanced diet.
Okay. So what are its components exactly?
Okay, so on components of balanced diet have almost three. Yeah, is it six? Yeah, six. We have carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, uh, fluids, water, all those components. On carbohydrates, we have legumes, whole grains, which actually provides energy in our body. Yeah, ensures that our body have energy. Our proteins repairs and build body tissues. For example, meat, fish, eggs, even groundnuts, what contains proteins. In fats, we have avocado pears, also contains fat, which ensures that our body functioning properly. Yeah, so we have also what vitamins, vitamin A, B, C, which also ensures that our body have energy, our nerves are functioning properly.
How does good nutrition impact on our overall healthy and well-being?
Balanced diet impacts our body in many ways. They impact on physical health, mental health, long-term health. On physical health, they ensures that our body, our digestive health is what is working properly, ensures that we have what healthy bones, healthy teeth. It also ensures that we have healthy brain. Yeah, our brain is functioning properly. We are also what we can. It also ensures that we are not at risk of cancer. Yeah. On mental health, breast diet ensures that uh, we can manage stress. When we are actually always taking a balanced diet, a food that contains necessary nutrients, it can manage regulate moods like stress and anxiety. Also sleep quality. Yeah, like you can sleep good after consuming some more foods. That's what some impacts. We have also long-term health. This actually we are looking at chronic diseases. Balanced diet helps us to prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and also ensures what? Our quality of life, that we are living in a quality life.
In your opinion, in your opinion, I would say, how do nutrition needs differ by age, gender, and also activity level? How do they differ?
Nutrition needs really vary according to age, gender, and even activity level. I think you know that we have infants, toddlers, children, adolescents, and adults. Infants are those from 0 to 12 months. Toddlers are those from 1 year to 3 years. Children from 4 to 12. Adolescents are from 13 years to 18 years. Their nutrition needs really are different. So infants, as I already said, that they're from 0 to 12 months. They depend on breast milk. So they need high protein, iron, and calcium for growth. And they need much protein because of their immunity. They have a very weak immunity, so that they cannot defend against diseases. So they depend on what? On the only milk, so that they can have a strong immune system to be able to fight against what? Infections. Yeah. So toddlers, they need what? They need whole foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grain, which also what? Which ensures that they are consuming much protein for what? For growth. So for children, they also need a balanced diet with whole foods, calcium, and vitamin D, because at that stage they really like playing. So vitamin D help them to what? To have strong bones for growth. For adolescents, they need increased calories, proteins, iron, calcium for development. Yeah, and we have adults. Adults also need what? Foods with much protein, vitamins, minerals, which can help them to prevent chronic diseases, which can also help them to have a strong body. So on gender, as you already know, we have males and females. So the way quantity of food you males you can consume is much different from the quantity of food we females we can take. We females sometimes we need to consume foods with higher iron need due to menstruation. Iron cause iron take a major role in the formation of blood. So for you males, you need mostly to be given foods that contains protein for muscle mass, for building of muscles, zinc for the what? For the health of the reproductive organs. Yeah, we are different. I know you know. So for the activity level, you know that we have sedentary work, moderate active, and very active. So for sedentary, they need to be to take to consume foods with low calories, because they don't work much than those with active and very active. These two needs to consume much calories because they work harder, like they waste much energy in working. So calories help them to what? To replace the energy that they lost.
All right. So can you talk about the importance of the variety in our diet? Maybe not just being eating the same food throughout. Like let's say sima, just eating sima throughout. So what is important? What is the important of variety of changing foods? What is important of doing that?
Okay, yeah. Variety in our diet is really very important, as it maintains optimal health, well-being, and growth. So variety in our diet is very important, and there's some reason why is it so important. Firstly, it ensures adequate nutrients intake. It ensures that we are consuming foods that contains adequate nutrients. It also reduces risk of nutrients deficiencies like malnutrition, diabetes. It also supports immune system function. It ensures that our immunity is functioning properly. It also helps to maintain optimal weight, support healthy pregnancies and lactation. Yeah, that's the importance of variety in our diet.
What are the risks of following the restrictive diet? As I've said already, the person is only just eating the special food, like this one is what he or she always ate. Uh, what are some of the risks of just restrictive diet, following the restrictive diet like that one?
Yeah. So following restrictive diet can also have many risks, especially in our body. Yeah, it can pose to several risks. So the physical risk, emotional risk, long-term risk, and also there is social risk. On physical risk, restrictive diet can cause nutrition deficiencies like vitamin B12 deficiency, iron deficiency, calcium deficiency. It can also cause weakness and fatigue. It can also cause hair loss. Mostly it happens. Yeah, hair loss. It can also cause poor wound healing. Yeah, it takes time for wounds to be healed. It can also cause what? Dehydration, loss of water in the body. It can also decrease immune function. So, on the emotional risk, it can cause stress and anxiety. It can cause depression, low self-esteem, and also negative impacts on what? Relationships. Yeah, restrictive diet can also cause what? Negative impact on relationship. See? Yeah, so on social impact, social risk, it can make a person to feel judged or criticized. Always a person can just feel that he is being judged everywhere, at every place. Uh, it can also make a person, for him or her, to see it as a difficult thing to eat with other people. Yeah, indicator it can also cause strained relationship with family and friends. Yeah, all this just because of what? Restrictive diet. So on long term, it can cause what? Development of chronic diseases like anemia, cancer. It can also decrease bone density, and it can it can cause reproductive issues, like it can make a woman to be infertility, being hard for her to have children.
All right. So can you explain to us what exactly processed food really mean, and also uh, are all processed food bad for our healthy or to our healthy?
All foods and processed foods are really emphasized and much emphasized. The reasons why these two are emphasized. So I will just explain it simply in a simple way. Yeah, cause to explain everything, I think it will take time. So I will just mention it, explain it in summary. So processed food, I can say that are all foods that has undergone transformation from its natural state through various methods like canning, mixing, cooking, freezing, packaging, or even fermenting. Uh, just like turning foods from its natural state to the processed one. So, so on the emphasis, I think is just like the differences between the whole foods and those processed ones. So I think the whole foods contain higher nutrients like vitamins, minerals, uh, than that of processed food. Yeah. And the whole grain have fiber that promote digestive health, but the processed ones uh, have just higher sugars, salts, and unhealthy content. They add much sugar on it, so I don't think they're healthy much than that than those with whole grains. Uh, and I think the whole foods have also lower risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes than those processed food. It's like processed food can cause or can increase the risk of chronic diseases. So it's not all processed food that are bad. Some of them are bad, but others are not. Some of them are good. So, for example, we have sugary drinks, like energy drinks, and we have refined grains that actually used when they bake white bread. We have processed meat, like hot dogs. These processed food are really bad because they don't contain reliable nutrients that the body needs for for its functioning. So, but some like whole grain bread, peanut butter, canned beans, and tomatoes, they are not really bad because there are some nutrients that are present in it. So processed foods can also affect our body in many ways, in both short term and long term. So, for example, it can cause hunger and cravings. It can cause headaches. It can also It can have some negative impacts on digestive issues. Cause these are those foods that do not contain whole grains, which is less possible for digestive health. So it can actually cause constipation. So on long-term effects, it can cause weight gain and obesity. It can increase risk of chronic diseases, nutrients deficiencies, and it can also what increase risk of cancer. Yeah, the reason behind cause these are foods that doesn't contain enough nutrients for the what functioning of the body. Yeah, so for all these effects to be prevented, we really need what meal planning, to plan for what, to plan for meals to be used, like it's true, it's really true that meal planning is very important because it maintains a healthy body. It also increases what nutrients intake. So importance of meal planning, there's some few importances. Firstly, it saves time and money. For example, like having a week meal plan, it can save time. You can just plan and leave it. So it can save your time, save your money. It also reduces what? Food waste. It promotes healthy eating habits. Yeah, really promotes healthy eating habits. It also what encourages mindful eating.
Okay, so can you talk about the role of diet in managing the chronic illnesses like diabetes, as we have already said before?
Yeah, indeed. There are some daily laws of diet. Uh, when a person wants to manage chronic illness, especially on what to eat or what to avoid. So mostly what is needed is to consult a healthcare professional uh, and to limit added sugars, mostly for those with diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and other chronic diseases. So for those with diabetes, there is just a need for them to drink a lot of water and to limit added sugars. Cause added sugars are the ones that provide energy and increases body mass. So they just have to to limit sugars. For those with heart disease, they just need to focus on plant-based foods and reduce sodium intake and choose lean protein sources. This can also help them to reduce risk of heart disease. And for those with cancer, they just have to limit processed foods and red meat, cause it can help them to manage cancer. Yeah. So in short, to prevent chronic illnesses, there is just a need to limit processed meat, sugary drinks, high sodium foods, and fried foods like chips, fried chicken. When they are reducing these foods, they also have just to increase intake of leafy green vegetables, fatty fish, whole grains, and avocado pears. Yeah, they at least contain some necessary nutrients that ensures well functioning of the body.
All right, so we're living now in the world of technology. Okay, technology is just changing up each and everywhere. It's just revolutionizing everywhere. So I want you to explain uh, a little bit of technology, like how is technology changing the way we approach nutrition and balanced diet?
Okay, so technology is revolutionizing. the way we approach nutrition and diet through many innovations. There is digital tools. In digital tools, we have nutrition apps. For example, there is Fitness Pal, Lose It, like the app where you can get more information about nutrition. And there is online nutrition counseling platforms. For example, there is Nutritionix and Healthier. There's also mobile healthy apps for nutrition. There is also wearable devices tracking nutrition and physical activities. For example, there is Fitbit, Apple Watch. All these they encourage more about what? Nutrition. So due to technology, I think the future of personalized nutrition holds a tremendous promise or a very large promise driven by technological advancement, scientific discoveries, and shifting consumer demands. Now there is genetic testing for personalized diet advice. There is wearable advice that track foods and exercise. There's also online coaching and meal planning and customized supplements in nutrition what? Nutrition products. All this due to what? Due to technology.
All right. So before we finish this episode, I want you to maybe to give some advice or to talk to someone who wants to start improving their diet today. Uh, do you have any specific steps that you would recommend for that person to be doing? And also, any resources or let's say books, website that you would recommend for more learning on about nutrition diet? Do you have those, or what's your last word on that?
So, if there is someone who wants to improve their diet today, there are some steps that are supposed to be followed. Some steps to be recommended. The first step is to keep a food dietary for most 1 or 2 weeks. A record of what? Of a record of food. The diary at least should contain everything you like to eat. I would link portion sizes, location, like is it at home, wake, or restaurant. So you should keep the records of food you wanna eat. So this can help to identify patterns and habits. It can also develop a personalized plan and recognize unhealthy choices. So there are some sources you can use, people can use to learn more about nutrition. There are books, there are online sources, mobile apps, as I already said. On books, I guess there is a certain books. This book was written by Jenny. It was just like an implied approach, but it's all about what? Nutrition and everything about balanced diet. And on mobile apps, we have Yazoo, we have Calorie Counter, we have MyFitnessPal. You can search on Google, and this app will be shown to you. But as already said, remember to consult a dietitian or any nutritionist. If you need some personalized nutrition advice, or if you feel that you can face any chronic disease due to what? Due to nutrition.
Thank you so much for your time, for giving me an opportunity to interview on this topic of nutrition and balanced diet here on the Open Forum podcast. I really appreciate your time. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.